Golf. Golf! What is golf? Is this golfing? How come players of golf doesn't get lost in the golf course? What does golf facilities offer? What stuffs do I need in order to play golf? All this and more to be answered in the field. Golf is an individual sport in which players use a club to hit the ball from a tee into a hole. The goal is to get the ball into the hole with the fewest amount of club swings or strokes. It is a very popular sport that people of all ages enjoy. In order to thoroughly enjoy playing golf, one must know about its facilities, equipments, and scoring process. Let us begin by talking about the facilities. Club facilities refers to all real and personal property that makes up the club, including the two 18-hole courses, clubhouse, practice range, and any other property required for the club's operations. It could also be the club's recreational facilities, which are available to its members. Let me explain to you the uses of each club facility to you. Pro Shop. These places usually provide equipment such as golf balls, clubs, shoes, and tees, as well as golf-themed gift items and sometimes snacks or refreshments. It also have changing areas for customers to try on clothes. Locker rooms. This is where athletes can change, shower, and keep their equipment. They reduce the need to transport luggage to and from clubs. They are ideal for storing suits for formal occasions. Patio. Patio provides weather-resistant outdoor roofs. This is used for tournament award celebrations, catering, cookouts, and other functions. Snack bar. Designed for food service, cafeteria-style dining, award ceremonies, and catering. Display menu can be consistently updated. Kitchen. Facilitates supply storage, food preparation, beverage service, and trash removal. It may or may not have microphone and public address system. Lounge. A place with furnished seating areas for conversation and light fare. Usually have color schemes for the furnishings, wall coverings, and carpeting to complement the course theme. Practicing area. A decent golf course must have practice areas. A golf green with fringe and optional bunkers is usually included. When you practice putting, chipping, and approach play, the synthetic green surface reacts to the ball like natural grass. Before taking on the course, club members can practice their putting and chipping. The golf course. This is where the game is played. It is made up of a succession of holes, each containing a tee box, fairway, rough, and other hazards, as well as a green with a cylindrical hole in the ground known as a cup. A flag stick, often known as a pin, is kept in the cup. Golf course is the setting for the players to do golf. The following are the features of a typical golf course. Teeing area. The teeing ground, also known as the tee box, is the first section of every hole. Players begin by striking the ball off a tee. Playing the ball off a tee is only allowed on the first shot of each hole. However, it is not needed. Tees are a little wooden or plastic peg used to hold the ball cup so that it travels as far as possible when hit by the club. Penalty area. These are bodies of water or other areas defined by the committee where a ball is often lost or unable to be played. For one penalty stroke, players may use specific relief options to play a ball from outside the penalty area. Rough. Refers to areas on a golf course outside of the fairways that generally feature higher, thicker grass or naturally growing grasses. Out of bounds refers to those areas outside the golf course from which play is not allowed. or any area designated as out of bounds by the committee. Out of bounds will be marked in some way, often by the use of stakes or some barrier. It could be a fence, for example. Fairway bunker. This is a type of trap that is situated away from the putting green. As the name suggests, it is instead placed alongside or even within the fairway of a given hole. Fairway provides golfers with the easiest surface for hitting the ball. A golf course fairway is distinguished by its short, even grass and location between the tee and the green. It's a fairly simple area from which to hit the ball. Putting green. A smooth, grassy area at the end of a golf fairway containing the hole. Green or putting green is the culmination of a golf hole, where the flagstick and hole are located. The flagstick. Flags, also known as pins, are an important part of golf. It's used to denote where a hole is located on a green. A flag extends up several feet above the ground, ensuring that players on the course can locate the position of the hole on the green from several hundred yards up to best aim their approaches. Hole. This refers to the hole in the ground of the putting green. Now, let's talk about the equipment that is needed in playing golf. Golf clubs. Clubs are made up of a shaft, a grip, and a club head that are used to push balls towards the golf holes. A normal golf bag contains 14 clubs, including a range of woods, irons, wedges, and putters. Wood clubs focus on hitting long distances. Drivers are used at the teeing grounds only. Meanwhile, fairway wood are used at the fairways only. Iron clubs focus on hitting with precise accuracy. This can be used for approach shots, categorized by numbers, and its standard measure have 10-meter differences. Sand wedges are used when a ball hits a bunker. Putters are for the finishing move. As the code says, drive for show, putt for dough. This is the indicator of your win, and it requires significant amount of focus and accuracy. Each style of golf club is designed to give a specific range of trajectories and distances. Golf balls. Golf balls are mainly made of synthetic materials and featured a simple dimple pattern on their surface. This pattern encourages improved aerodynamics, making it easier for a ball to spin and elevate when it is struck. Tees. Tees are often made of wood or plastic and are inserted into the ground to raise the position of a ball, making it simpler for the player to strike it. It has a pointed bottom that is hammered into the ground, as well as a head on which balls can be placed. These are only permitted when the first stroke of each hole is taken. Ball markers. Golf balls can be raised from their placements on the green in a variety of ways. However, in order to assure impartiality, their exact locations must be marked precisely. The most common type of marker is a thin circular metal or a plastic piece. Any other little object, such as a coin, will do. Ball mark repair tool. It is also known as a divot tool or a pitchfork. These devices are used to repair any markings or minor damage left by the balls. This tool is typically used by a player to lightly push surrounding turf into the recess created in order to encourage faster grass growth in the area. They should finish the mending by flattening the surface with a putter's flat bottom. Gloves. Gloves help players improve their grip and control their swings while also reducing the risk of skin abrasions. They're commonly worn on the golfer's non-dominant hand, but they can also be worn on both sides. Shoes. Spikes are commonly found on the bottom surfaces of golf shoes. These are composed of metal or plastic and aid in balance, particularly when the ground is damp. Golf carts. A golf cart, sometimes known as a golf buggy, is a tiny vehicle that was designed to transport two golfers and their clubs around the golf course or along desert paths with less effort than walking. Unlike the other sports that aims to score the highest points as much as possible, the idea of golf is to play as few strokes as possible per round. The number of strokes taken by a golfer in a hole, course, or tournament is compared to the par score for that hole, course, or tournament, and the result is stated as under or over par or equal to par. A typical golf round consists of 18 holes. Without the proper scorecard, none of your shots during the round can be accurately recorded. You must be wondering what those colors mean. Well, these are called the tee markers. The tee markers are often color-coded for easy identification of the tee box. The order of their colors, their names, were appropriate, and the distance for each tee to the hole is provided on the scorecard or on the signs identifying each hole. Most courses have 4-tier box. Red, closest to the hole and often placed to minimize the influence of major hazards like water, typically used by ladies of all ages, juniors up to age 12, and novice players of any age and gender. Gold. Next, farthest, typically used by teenage boys, low handicap ladies, and senior or high handicap men. White. Farther still, typically used by low to average handicap men and low handicap teenage boys. Black or blue, the farthest tee from the hole and with the most exposure to any hazards, typically used only during tournaments or by zero handicap male players. Moving on, the following are the information of the holes and scoring system. The hole row gives the hole number and shows if you're looking at the front 9 out or back 9 in. The hole number for the column of stats displayed below it. Out represents the front 9. In will be shown for the back 9. The par row gives you strokes needed to make par for any hole. Total needed to make the part for the front or back 9. The tee box will display which tee position you use for the course, such as red, white, blue, or gold. Your stroke count for the hole. This number may have a circle, 2 circles, a square, or 2 squares around it. The circles display that you came in under par for the hole. The squares indicate that you came in over par for the hole. Your total score for the front back 9. A single dot represents that your handicap applied a single stroke given for the hole. 2 dots represent that your handicap applied 2 strokes given for the hole. Now that these are said, let me teach you the scoring terms in the golf. A stroke. In golf, a stroke is any forward club swing, including when putting, that the golfer is trying to hit the ball into the hole. You can essentially use stroke as a synonym for a shot or put, but keep in mind that it also includes whiffs. Whiffs is when you miss the ball when you are trying to hit it. Par is the standard amount of stroke for a hole. It is the expected amount of stroke to need to complete the hole. Par always includes 2 putts for each hole. If the player is an expert and have great accuracy, the player can aim to go for lower number of strokes to complete a hole. They would have an under par. This term, under par, describe a player's score when they have taken fewer strokes than the par up to a given point of the golf course. Condor, 4 strokes under par on an individual hole. Albatross or double eagle, 3 strokes under par on an individual hole. Eagle, 2 strokes under par on an individual hole. birdie, 1 stroke under par on an individual hole. Hole-in-one appears in par 3 where a player finished the hole in 1 stroke. It would be called an ace if the hole is not par 3. On the other side of the spectrum, new players who are still figuring out how to play golf tends to use higher number of strokes. This time, it is called an over par. The term over par can describe a player's score relative to par when they have taken more strokes than the par. The following are terms to use for these instances. Bogey, 1 stroke over par on an individual hole. Double bogey, 2 strokes over par on an individual hole. Triple bogey, 3 strokes over par on an individual hole. Quadruple bogey, 4 strokes over par on an individual hole. With that concludes this presentation. I hope you find this video helpful in expanding your knowledge in golf theory. I am Divine Grlcz Dugan of Section BMMA-211C. Thank you very much for watching.